Hello, hi, my name is Londiwe Ngovese and welcome back to another exciting episode of The Link Up. Today we're discussing World Diabetes Day and being overweight. Of course, I don't roll solo, I'm with my beautiful ladies.
My name is Eva and
Hi, I'm Faiza. Well, as my colleague mentioned, today is World Diabetes Day, and a lot of us don't actually know what diabetes is. So let us just start by breaking down, guys. What is diabetes?
I know that it's there's two diabetes.
Type
First of all, I
1 and
actually
type
didn't-
2.
Yeah, there's two. I actually didn't know that today was World Diabetes Day, so I think it's something that people should be aware of. But outside of that, we're talking about the two types of diabetes. So there's the genetic one, and there is one that you have a bad lifestyle and you will get diabetes.
But to add on to that people don't know that today is World Diabetes Day. I don't think we take our health seriously.
Yeah.
Because people only go to the doctor when they're sick. Like no one know, or maybe there are people, but not many, that go to the doctor just for a checkup, even if they're feeling well. Because most of the time we go there when we feel ill.
Yeah. But now the most important question is, how do we raise awareness about diabetes? How do you make sure that people out there actually know what it is, what it's about, how you can treat it, like the difference between type 1 and type 2, what you should eat, how do you balance your hormones so that everything is, balanced, because that's also one of the main causes of diabetes.
I think the most important thing is to go for annual checkups, because I think in a year you should go like 2 times and they check if you are okay. But most of the time, like I was saying, that we go to the doctor only when we are sick. So I think maybe in that way, like people can maybe find out that they have diabetes maybe earlier, or they are likely to get it, like if maybe someone in their family does have it. But because we just sit at home and we do whatever we do, we go to work, we go to school until that we are sick, and then we consult the doctor.
Yeah, I think normally, like, if it's genetic, there is someone somewhere. Most people, I know, like, the genetic things that my father was. I don't know if diabetes is linked up with gout and stuff or arthritis, but there was how he lived his life. Like, he was a diabetic, so there are things like he never drank tea with sugar and stuff. But I am aware that my father had diabetes. So I'm also I'm very watchful of the things that I.
So you pretty much learned from
I learned from him.
Okay, so now then there's obesity. Like, how does diabetes and obesity come together? Like, how does it affect one another now?
I think in terms of food, like what we eat, and because at times, like, okay, especially like when you are young, or even now when we get older, like you want stuff that have sugar, and most of the time, like, people are busy, like we go to work or you go to school, so when you're feeling hungry, you always think of something like that is easy to make or won't take time, and we're always eating like burgers and chips and all those things.
My question is, what is obesity? Because like I just kind of had a conversation with a friend, and she's talking about her BMI,
Which is body mass index.
Exactly. And she was saying that the doctor said she was overweight, but she doesn't look overweight in our eyes.
But according to the
BMI,
calculations.
Yeah. So what exactly is overweight to obesity? They actually say she was obese, not overweight, because it's overweight before you become obese.
I think there's the BMI issue of how they calculated the height, your age, and obviously your weight. And then, but another thing we sort of calculate with eyes, that by looking at you, you don't look obese, you don't look fat, you are okay, but then maybe you do the BMI and then it says that you are overweight.
Yeah, one thing that we should understand here is that being fat, or if you are fat, it doesn't mean you are obese. You can be as skinny as I am or as nicely thick as you are, Nandi, but still not have obese, or still not be, right? But then now, how do you know, like, when is it there, like, when is my body max too high?
But I think,
like, should we believe the BMI thing? Maybe we can talk about it like in another.
But I don't know.
We can discuss the BMI thing. Like, is it for real? Because
because there's
You know, your
science.
bones have weight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your bones have their own weight, so there are people with lighter weight bones. And if the scale is telling me that I'm overweight or this like, you know, heavy, but I don't actually look heavy.
Is it the bones
from
basically, or is it the fat
the
in the
actual-
body?
yeah.
Blood
I was
vessels?
listening to radio at some point. Like they say that, like you're older, if you have older siblings or you are the oldest sibling, your younger siblings would look at you like maybe in terms of your how you look after yourself, like maybe you exercise, how you do at school.
Yeah.
So they'll
And what
also
you eat.
aspire to that. I'm not saying I'm a strong fitness person, but like I've started exercising I think from 2016 I think or something.
That's actually a very
So I think we can all try somehow, like even if not run, but walk. I know that we are not fans of exercising and going to the gym, but like do
Or
something.
do push-ups in
Even
the
playing with the
house.
kids is something.
It works like personally, like I know the periods that I don't work out or exercise, like I can feel it in my body. I'm tired, I don't want to
Yes.
do anything.
Even
So I
because
think
of the
it's
food that we
helpful.
eat, so at times you do get tired, and then maybe if you do try some sort of exercise, you'll feel better.
And not everyone has an opportunity to go to a checkup. You know, it's good to always know your family history, but also just always be able to check your own body, how you feel, if there's any changes. You know, because also you know as you're maturing, getting into adulthood, and getting older, like your body changes, so you're not sure like what's actually happening. So I think like people should actually just maintain a healthy lifestyle. And if you have a history like genetic, not that you have diabetes, but if your family somewhere, you should always just be watchful of your own body. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and always also remember that your body is one of the main factors that contributes to how you see yourself and your confidence as well.
Yes.
So basically, if you look after your body, eat healthy, start exercising, you don't have to go to an expensive gym. There are things in the house by you just scrubbing the stoop or doing
It's
something.
moving, it's something.
Exercise. So look after your body so that you can be confident about how you look and how you feel.
It's that idea that you know overweight looks like this, obese looks like this, but really, like that, you know, if you look good, you feel good. But if thick does not mean fat or obese or overweight, you know, being thick, it doesn't mean you're fat or.
But there's
it's
another
just-
thing. There are thick girls that have so much confidence, and like I don't know if you know Think Leonce. Like people, I always see like comments on her. Maybe if she posts a picture or something, and people like maybe I'm more or less like your weight or something, by just by looking obviously at the picture, and then like you give me confidence. So those type of things would. There are people that look maybe a little bit overweight to us, or they think
in
as
your own, yeah.
but I
And
mean.
it also doesn't mean just because you're skinny, you've got a nice
You're healthy.
body, you are healthy.
It
Yeah.
don't mean-
And there's body shaming and all these things. So
Yeah.
it's tough, but like just look after yourself and
Yeah.
and try to be healthy. Like move, like you were saying, even mopping is moving, guys. Like not just sitting on the couch and slouching and all those
But the
things.
most important thing is to be very much informed and educated regarding diabetes, because
Yes.
you never know. You cannot like say you have diabetes.
And
from
like you were
looking at
saying,
someone.
knowing your family history
is really
important.
Yeah.
I had a friend, so she was like, if she ever gets married, okay, it was funny at that time because I wasn't really informed, but like she'd say that if she was to get married, she would first like do a background check on the guy's family, like the parents, the dad, to check on what
That's a great idea, you know? That's
what illnesses they have, or
This
what,
is-
so that she knows that when her kids more or less will have this or they won't have that. So now that we're talking about World Diabetes Day, it makes sense. It makes sense. It does.
Because you have to know what you get
Yourself into and what your kids might get or not get or all those things. Thank you guys. That's all that we have for you today. But please make sure to share your thoughts and opinions about what you think about World Diabetes Day and the BMI, whether you believe in it or not. And make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms at All Day TV and hashtag the link up. Until next time.